Hello guys, it's Ryan Ho back from that video. Today we have the Fiio slash Jade Audio JT1. And this is actually a studio headphone slash a gaming headset, which it actually comes with a microphone built in the cable, which I've never seen before. But it's kind of funny because Fiio is known to be like an audiophile company. So they kind of made a gaming headset because it has a microphone, it counts. But it's, we'll talk about how it actually sounds in more detail. And of course, I do think this is actually one of the best tuned headphones, especially for its price point of $70. Actually, the first time I heard this, I was actually at CanJam, which is an audio show, and I was listening to this and comparing to all their other headphones, and I was like, damn, this is actually a really, really well-tuned headphone. Like, I don't think I've heard such well-tuned headphones under 100 that honestly weren't like gaming headsets, honestly. So this is a really, really well-tuned headphone. And I think this will amaze a lot of people, especially for the price point that it's hitting of $70. I think it's a great value if you're looking for a budget headphone. All right, so taking a close look at the JT1. So we have this kind of steel headband, which is really nice. Well, I guess it could be aluminum, I'm not exactly sure, but it's a metal headband and it gives it kind of some rigidity. Now we also have this kind of suspension style. A lot of these audiophile headphones have the suspension style. This is honestly very soft. It's like one of the softest leathers I've ever seen. And yeah, it's like really nice and it's actually padded. There's actually some thickness to it. So when you actually wear it, it feels very, very comfortable. So something I actually very well enjoy. Now, it actually has the Jade Audio logo, so obviously it's Fiio, but then I guess there might be the parent company, and Fiio is the kind of company under them, but I guess they're pushing out the Jade Audio name now. And then we have this cup. So when I first saw this cup, I actually was thinking like, is this an open back headphone? It's definitely not. This is definitely a closed back headphone, but this is the cup. It has this nice design, but it doesn't allow sound to come out. Now we also have the kind of metal kind of extensions over here, so it's reinforced even better, so you won't have any breakages here. So honestly, very sturdy built. Now over here is a plastic cup. I mean, it's kind of the expected for its price point, as well as it kind of keeps the headphone a little bit lighter, which leads it to be a little bit more comfortable. Then moving all the way down, we have the plug. So I actually think this plug looks really nice. It has a little nice finish right here. And you kind of unplug it. It is a simple 3.5 millimeter. Moving down the cable, we have the Fiio logo right here. And then we also have the termination. So the cool thing about this cable is they actually have this knob right here that lets you kind of grip onto it a little bit. So it's just easier to unplug. It's just these little details that I think are really cool. Now take a look at the ear cup. It's really cool because you can actually just take it off. So they actually have this twist mechanism. So you twist it and then you pull it. Then it comes off, and then you want to put it back in, you just stick it in and twist it. And then there you go, it's back on. So they just want to make your kind of pad changing a lot easier, which is nice to see. So here's the plastic ring that it comes with. Normally you're gonna have to fight with the headphone with a little narrow space, but this one you can take off and just slowly put it on yourself and then just pop it back in. Very, very nice design, especially for a $70 headphone. Really well thought and kind of thorough. And of course, you might as well review the pads right here. These pads are very soft, very plushy. I really like them. So very comfortable, very big, so they'll fit most ears. And yeah, I think this adds to the comfort of this headphone. So if I had to summarize the build, I think it's built really well. I think I like the nice design. I would say this is a kind of plastic cup right here that some people might complain, but honestly, it's par for course for the price. I think the materials they use already are already very nice. Then we have the comfort. Like this thing is super comfortable. Like the clamp force isn't even that much either. So you really got these nice soft pads, nice cushion kind of suspension with the leather pads. Like it's very, very, very comfortable. So I think anybody wearing this will not have a hard time liking it. All right, so the JT1 comes with a microphone. You can see it here on my shirt. We're testing the audio. I mean, sounds probably meh. Most microphones kind of boom out to your mouth for a good reason. This one's on your shirt. Seems like more of an afterthought and just kind of there to check a box, but we'll test it out anyways. And technically this cable fits on any audiophile headphone. So, you can fit on anything. Anyways, here's a type test. And yeah, let me know how that sounds. I would say, yeah, this thing has a microphone. It's a gaming headphone. I think the tuning is very good. However, I do still think that the microphone is definitely pretty poor. So you might want to just use some type of built-in mic, or you can buy those other cables that they have that, you know, have a boom mic out. That'll probably sound better than the one they included in here. But hey, at least they did something, right? All right, so let's talk about sound. So when it comes to sound, I think the JT1 is excelling a lot in tuning alone. It like is one of the nicest tuning headphones. It basically sounds like the Harman Target. It sounds like the M50X. It sounds like a proper studio headphone, which basically means like this is the perfect type of sound that everyone likes, everyone enjoys. It has a nice bass boost. When it comes to the mid-range, it's nice and full. Male, female vocalists sound lovely, full and clear. Everything's exactly where it's supposed to be. This actually honestly sounds like listening to your speakers in your car. It just sounds really natural, really fun, and it's just exactly what you want. Like, I can't speak volumes about how well this headphone is tuned. I'm still amazed that it's tuned this well for just $70. They actually hit the studio sound. And some people like think the studio sound is like boring. This is not like the boring. This is like literally like the consumer sound, honestly. So when it comes to the sub bass of this headphone, I think that part does definitely roll off a little bit. But at the same time, I think most headphones in the price range also roll off. So it's about par for course, but you can definitely hear a little bit of the sub bass, which is nice. The other aspects about sound, obviously, besides tuning, is kind of, you know, the technicalities, what people want to call it. And I would say this one does sound pretty good. I think for its price point of $70, it sounds exactly how I expected. Obviously, there's much more expensive headphones like Fiio's own, you know, FT5 that I have to review. That one does sound better. It is also built better, but it's also $450. So, you know, it's a different ballpark, different price point. But I think for its price point, the technicalities are very good. I can definitely hear, a lot of times I like to like test things like string instruments are a good kind of example. You can kind of listen to guitars and can you kind of hear each individual string as they're being plucked. Sometimes it kind of get melded together on really bad headphones. And this one, I can definitely hear it. So I think it's pretty good. So when it comes to gaming, this is definitely really, really good. I mean, a music headphone basically performs well for a kind of story game type of headphone. And this does that really, really well. One of the best, honestly, for its price. And even for competitive gaming, I found this to be really, really good. I kind of booted up Valorant again, and then I jumped in the game, and instantly I could tell where my enemies were, above, below, left, right. It did everything really, really good. Now, do I think this is the best headphone I've ever heard? I would say pretty close. Like, honestly, the part where it's like if the enemy's in front of me, right, it sounds like they're more maybe a little bit to the left. They're not exactly in the center, but it's like honestly good enough. And I could tell exactly where the enemies were. I didn't really have a problem. So I would say this is a very, very good competitive gaming headset. When it comes to soundstage, it performs exactly how you expect a closed back headphone to perform. Maybe it's like a little bit bigger than like my HyperX headphones, but you know, it's still a closed back headphone. This really leads us to the conclusions. What do I think about this headphone? Well, you know, there were other headphones like the Moondrop Joker that was made by another audiophile company in the same price point. And that one was marketed as a studio headphone. And I would definitely choose this one over that one. This one has noticeably more bass and more well-controlled treble and is a better tuned headphone and actually, you know, deserves the name of a studio headphone versus the Joker was just a little bit bright and the bass was a little bit more boring. So this is definitely my budget pick between those two. And really, I think the build of this headphone with the sound quality, with the detail, is very, very good for its price. Like, I honestly was surprised when I first heard it because I asked them like what the price was. It's like, oh, maybe like $120 maybe. They haven't even had the price down. It was a prototype when I listened to it. And now after hearing it and being priced at $70, I think it's an absolute steal. So anyways, if you guys are interested in these products, links down below. And of course, thanks to Fiio for sending this out. And this just kind of reinforces what I've been saying. But I think Fiio is a company to be watching out for. I think they just spend a lot of time on their products. They're not like shooting out tons of products, but they're spending time to make sure their products are nicely refined and, you know, have a good quality product before they kind of, you know, ship it out. And I think that's something that shows a lot with this headphone. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe down below and check out my next video because it's probably going to be the Fiio FT5, which is their kind of planar magnetic one. It's more expensive at $450. That one is a very interesting one, so you don't want to miss that. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video.